Good morning, all. Tri-glide Ed here again. This morning I want to do a sort of a short video. I want to show you a few things. One of my subscribers, for instance, asked me, what's the proper way to put a Tri-glide in reverse? What's the steps you need to take? Simple question. Takes a little bit to get used to, which would make sure you got to do this, make sure you got to do that. But I'm going to show you that. Then I thought I would also show you that you can start these things in gear. I know the owner's manual suggests, and I would suggest that you do start it in neutral. That way you don't have the chance of it jumping on you at all. But a lot of times I'll fire mine up while it's using gear. I'll show you how to do that. Another thing I'm going to show you is on these parking brakes down here. Last year, my friend Harvey and I was going to Roanoke and I stopped somewhere. I had to go in the store to get something. And I told him when I was going in, I said, something about my parking brake just don't work right. Light wasn't coming on and nothing. Well, Harvey smoked, so while I was inside, he was taking a smoke break, and he'd come out. When I come out, he'd already fixed it. He said, it's the spring, and I'll show you that spring underneath there. It come undone, come loose. So what I have to do is when I want to release my parking brake, I got to sort of flip it so it pops up pretty quick. And when I do that, I don't have any problems. So there's several little things I want to show you. So I hope you join in. If you like this, please like and subscribe. And I want you to know I do appreciate it. I'm very humbled. I enjoy this. I guess I got a little bit too much Smithfield ham in me or something, but I enjoy riding this thing. And any little tips that I can show you that might help any of you, I'll be glad to. So y'all hold on. Let's take a look at a few things. Well, I hope y'all can see pretty good. What I'm gonna do now is show you how I put this thing in reverse. Number one, turn it on. Then, you gotta make sure this thing is in neutral. We use parking brake. Also, if you notice right here, that red P, that stands for the parking brake. Before you can put this thing in reverse, use it, you do have to take your foot off, take your parking brake off. Excuse me. So I disengage that. There it goes. Now I'm gonna start this, and I'm gonna start it in gear. Notice I have my, I don't know, you can't see it down there, but I'll use this one. I'll pull in my clutch, hold the brake. She'll fire right up. Now, I'm in neutral. Got your in right here. Now I've got my foot on my brake, and I'm gonna hit this R. Notice the R come up. Now all I gotta do, I don't have to hold the clutch in. I got my foot on the brake right now, but all you gotta do is hit this R, and as you can see, it'll go on forward. Then put it back in gear, and we'll go forward a little bit, back where I was at, I think, about right there. So I hope that's a simple thing to do. Like I say, you gotta have it neutral. There, it's in neutral. You gotta make sure that P is off right here, that's your parking brake. Then you hit your R right here, and you hold it for a second or two. 1, 1,000, 2, 2,000. There it is. Now, all you gotta do is hit this again and hold it. Don't jog it, don't do that. Just hold it down and go backwards. Like I say, it's a fairly simplistic thing, but a few steps that you gotta take. You gotta cross your, remember in school when they'd say always dot your I's and cross your T's, otherwise they're L's and E's. Sort of like that, but it's just something you get used to. Now what I'm going to show you is on my parking brake right here. It's depressed, it's down. Now it's up. When I press it down, my parking brake is engaged. When I want to let off on my parking brake, there's a spring right up under here that engages this clip. And that's what gives you, I guess, gives you your tension. But when I disengage my brake, I pop it up. I found that if I press it down, then when I come back out, if I press that brake down again and then just let it up easy, a lot of times that spring will pop right off. Then you got to get down on the ground. Then you got to go and get that spring back on that clip. But I'll take a picture and show you that. Also, on Facebook, I hear people say a lot of times they have a hard time finding neutral on these things. I agree with you. Sometimes when I use my toe, which I was always used to using, I'd have a heck of a time finding neutral. So, let me fire this thing up here. What I do, instead of using my toe, I use this part of my foot. Now, when I come to a stoplight or something, I know I'm going to be sitting there a few minutes, I usually always put this thing in neutral. My old hand gets tired of holding this hydraulic clutch in all the time. But I use this part, the big part, and I can find neutral that easy. To me, that's a whole lot easier than using, when I'm using this part of my foot, I can get that neutral every time. If I'm trying to use my toe, I can't find it to save the day. So that's another little tip that might help somebody. Instead of using your toe, get up there, use that, but you can feel it. To me, you get a better feel than just using your toe right here. And also with these skeechers, that's what you call them, I usually don't wear them. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes only. I usually wear a pair of boots, but really with this Tri-glide, shoot, these things might be all right, except they certainly ain't waterproof. If you get caught in the rain, you wish you'd have had them waterproof boots. But that's how I find neutral. I use this part, the big part, and it just, you get a better, like I say, get a better feel for it. There it is. That's simple. I do hope that some of these tips that I've given you today will help some of you. I know it's very simplistic, but there might be a thing or two in here that would help you out a little bit, especially some of you might be new riders. It might be a little something, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get out there, and it's getting to be the season, time to ride now. But I want you to go, I want you to get out there today, tomorrow, whenever you're going to ride. I want you to have some fun, but I want you to ride safe too. Keep that head on the swivel. All right, y'all take care, and Tri-glide Ed, we'll talk at you later. All right, bye now.